this model, assignment model, is very similar to the transportation model, but there are some restriction. What is the restriction? So let me explain the restriction first. So earlier the transportation matrix, what it is given, it is not square. It is a rectangular type matrix. So m number of rows and n number of column. But here the assignment models, so it is square always, because there are say n number of jobs and n number of workers or n number of machines. We like to assign a single job to a single machine. So we are assigning such a manner that the total processing time is minimum. So here, for example, so there are say n number of jobs and n number of machine. These machine or workers, so all are capable of processing all the jobs, complete all the jobs, but their processing times are different. For example, as you observe here, the machine 1, machine 2, machine n, something like you are saying worker 1, worker 2, worker n, and the jobs are 1, 2, 3 up to n. So what is the processing time? Processing time for the job 1, it is, if it is first machine is processing, the processing time is C11, and this is a constant, a positive constant. Similarly, processing time for machine 2, it is C21, and similarly processing time for machine n is Cn1. We are going to assign a job to machine 1. We are assigning a job to machine 1 or machine 2 or machine n, depends on the processing time. Similarly, job 2, their processing time is given, and we are supposed to assign a job to a machine. Okay, so only one job can be assigned to a machine. So at a times it cannot process say more job, one job to one machine. Okay, one job to one machine. Here, if you are processing a job, let us say ith job with jth machine, then we are naming the variable xij equal to 1. If you are not processing, it is 0. So something like these variables are binary. Okay. So, and with respect to the cost Cij, something like C11, C12, C1n, C21, C22, C2n, etc. These are the cost matrix or time matrix. So this, the time and the cost, they are proportional. So minimum time means minimum cost. So something like that. So we are going to minimize the total processing cost or total processing time when you process all the jobs in all the machine. At least, here, what is the restriction? One job can be assigned to one machine only. Okay, this. So this is the, whatever the matrix is given, it is the coefficient matrix, cost matrix. But I am going to the same model mathematically. I am going to express so in a different model. So the model is like this. Are you able to see the slide? Hello, mathematical model of an assignment problem.
Yes, sir. Able to
okay. Yes, okay. Sir. Yes. So here, what I am going to mention, there are 4 machines. Machine 1, machine 2, machine 3, machine 4. There are 4 machines and there are 4 jobs. Okay. Job 1, job 2, job 3, job 4. Okay. So for example, so a particular situation I am mentioning, let us say I am assigning say machine 1 to job 1. Okay. So machine 1 to job 1. So one machine has gone and one job has gone. So there are 3 machines and 3 jobs. Now let me assign machine 2 to job 2. Just I am assigning arbitrarily because our main purpose is to minimize the processing cost, total processing cost or total processing time. Machine 2 to job 2. Similarly, third case say machine 3 to job 3, and last one say machine 4 to job 4. See, if I am arbitrarily assigning, so the first case I am finding 4. Okay, so 4 means, so the machine 1 can be assigned to one of the job. Okay, if you are fixing one, so so then what is happening? Then there are 3 such. Okay, then machine 2 already one is fixed. Then machine 2 can be assigned. So out of 3, one of them. Rest machine 2, machine 3, another 2, and machine 4 last one. So in this manner, so if there are say 4 jobs, so arbitrarily if you are assigning, there will be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So altogether there are 24 cases, that is factorial 4 cases. So arbitrarily, but here we are looking for the ideal one where you will have the minimum processing time or minimum processing cost. So for example, number of machine and number of jobs, it is a square matrix. If I am mentioning it is say our number equal to say number of machine or number of job equal to 10, then it is 10 factorial. These many feasible solutions are there. Out of this feasible solution, you have to find the optimal one. These are the feasible solution. So in the transportation problem, first we are looking for the feasible solution, then we are trying whether the feasible solution is optimal or not. But here this is different because there are, say, why it is different? These rim conditions, AI and Bj, all are 1, 1, 1. Okay, so they are different. So something like A1 is a positive integer, A2 is a positive integer, etc. Similarly, B1, B2, Bn, they are all positive integers. But here we have also the rim conditions that I'll mention. So this is a particular case of a assignment problem. So this is the assignment matrix. The size is 4 by 4. Generally, this cost coefficient, whatever is given, they are positive real numbers. Okay. So based on this, you have to assign a machine to a job. Okay. At a times, we can assign one job to one machine. Okay. So one job to one machine. Similarly, so what is your main aim? So in this problem also, when we are assigning in such manner, there may be optimal solution, there may be so more than one optimal solution also. That also look for. See, mathematically, how you can express this model? Mathematically, how you can express this model? Okay, the model you can express in this manner. So this is a minimization type problem. We like to minimize z equal to summation over I varies from 1 to 4. This example what we have taken, I equal to 1 to 4. Similarly, summation j over 1 to 4 Cij xj, xij. So what about the xij? This xij I have told already. If you are assigning ith job to jth machine, okay, so ith or ith machine to jth job, whatever you can say, so it is 1, otherwise 0. If you are not assigning, it is 0. So this xij, they are all binary. So either 0 or 1. Okay, so binary, and you can see here summation over j varies from 1 to 4 xij equal to 1, I equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. They are binary. So in this equation, there are 4 such equations. In this equation, only one of them is non-zero, rest all are 0. Similarly, so summation over j I varies from 1 to 4 xij equal to 1, j varies from 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also these constants as you see. So one of them is non-zero, that is 1, rest are all 0. Okay. So if you see, there are altogether in this problem, there are altogether 16 variables. Out of 16 variables, 4 of them are non-zero, that is 1, rest all are 0. So out of 16 variables, 4 are non-zero, rest all are 0. Non-zero means they are 1 and rest all are 0. So 12 variables will be 0. So this I have already mentioned, since it is a 4 by 4, our assignment matrix is size 4 by 4. So it has 24 feasible solution. 24 feasible solution. So out of the 24 feasible solution, so few will be optimal. So that also will search. And these decision variables xij, they're all binary. Binary means either 0 or 1. Okay. So this, there are some result. Okay. So what is the result? So we are supposed to assign a job to a machine, one job to a machine. Okay. And what is the purpose? Purpose is to minimize the total processing time or total processing cost. Here is some result. The result say, if you subtract or add a constant k from a row or a column of an assignment matrix, the solution of the problem remain unchanged. There is no change in the solution. So see, this is our assignment matrix. These first row elements, that is C11, C12, C13, C14, the first row element. Second row element, C21, C22, C23, C24. Third row elements, C31, C32, C33, C34. And fourth row elements, C41, 42, 43, 44. So what is the story here? If you are subtracting or adding a constant k from all the elements, C11 minus k, C12 minus k, C13 minus k, C14 minus k, if you are doing this arrangement, say what is happening to the problem? The optimal solution of the problem is not changing, remain unchanged. However, this minimum cost is reduced. What is that? This minimum cost is reduced by k in mid. So the minimum value of the objective function is reduced, but the optimal solution, the decision variables are not changing. Similarly, if you subtract a constant from the second row of the assignment matrix from C21, C22, C23, C2k, let me say I am subtracting the constant k1 from each of the elements, C21 minus k1, C22 minus k2, C23 minus k2, k1, C24 minus k1. If you are subtracting, what is happening? Same constant you are subtracting from all. The optimal solution is not changing. We have to prove that, and the minimum value is reduced. Okay, this minimum value is reduced. So similarly, same manner, if you subtract this constant, any constant from a particular column, same constant from all a particular column, let us say the first column elements, or maybe second column elements, or maybe third column elements, or maybe fourth column elements. So the optimum solution will not change. However, the optimal value of the objective function will be reduced. Okay. So this I am just, we are discussing about that. If we subtract or add a constant So from a row or a column, the assignment matrix solution of the problem remain unchanged. Solution will not change, only objective function will change. Okay, how? So we can write our objective function. So z equal to summation over I varies from 1 to 4, j varies from 1 to 4, cij, xij. This is the objective function. Subject to the constraints. Subject to all the constraints. These are the constraints. So summation over j varies from 1 to 4, xij equal to 1 for all I. Summation over I varies from 1 to 4, xij equal to 1 for all j. There are altogether this type of constraints, 4 plus 4, 8 in numbers. There are 8 such constraints. Say all will be fulfilled. Say what we are going to do. So now if I am subtracting, let us say, or adding a constant k, the objective function was earlier z. Now it will be, let us say, z dash. Say summation over I varies from 1 to k and summation over j varies from 1 to k, cij, xij plus minus k. This k, so let us say I am subtracting or maybe adding. So that depends on the problem. Say if I am subtracting, what is happening? Z minus k equal to our z dash. Summation over I varies from 1 to 4, j varies from 1 to 4, cij, xj, this minus k I am subtracting. So what is happening to this? What? Let me say I am subtracting this k from all the first row elements. First row elements, what is the cost coefficient? C11, C12, C13, C14. And with respect to C11, C12, C13, C14, there are 4 such variables: X11, X12, X13, X14. Okay, this. Now, how to write this? So we'll write in this form. Summation over I varies from 1 to 4, j varies from 1 to 4, cij, xj minus k times this x11 plus x12 plus x13 plus x14. This, their sum equal to 1 already given in the constraints in every row and every column. So if you are summing, their sum is becoming 1. Are you able to realize this method? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Since sum equal to 1, so minus k times this is equal to k, sum equal to 1. So now we are assigning further in this manner. Okay. Now, so C11 minus k times x11. This I am taking. Okay. C11 minus k times x11. Then C12 minus k times x12. Okay. So this, because see, there are altogether, the double summation. So I have to rearrange accordingly. So C11 minus k into x11, C12 minus k into x12, C13 minus k into x13, C14 minus k into x14. Now, whatever I have already arranged, now this matrix, instead of summing I varies from 1 to 4, I am taking summation I varies from 2 to 4. I varies from 2 to 4. I varies from 2 to 4. J varies from 1 to 4. Cij, xj. So whatever it is written, same thing after arrangement this. Okay. So after arrangement is this. So what is happening to this problem? So if you observe, so this is becoming this new term C11 dash minus x11 plus C12 dash into x12, C13 dash into x13, C14 dash into x14, and this. Okay. So this is becoming a new assignment matrix assignment problem. Okay. New, because the cost coefficients are different. What is happening to this? So we have not changed anything. We have not changed anything. As you know, in a linear programming problem, if you add a constant or subtract a constant, the objective function value will change, the optimal solution will not change. Objective function value will change, but the solution will not change. Similarly, here the solution will not change, the objective function value will change, it will reduce by k units. Okay, this. So now I'm coming to the actual model what we're discussing. So how to so this is the assignment matrix. So with respect to this assignment matrix, we'll discuss our methodology and solution procedure. Okay, this. So in this assignment matrix, the element Cij is the cost of assigning the worker I to job J, or you can say machine I to job J. More meaningfully, it may be thought of as the time taken by the worker I to complete the job J. There is no loss of generality in assuming the number of workers equal to number of jobs. So what we have taken a square matrix, the number of jobs and number of machine, they are equal. In case you find number of jobs and number of machines are not equal, you can put some dummy job or dummy machine. Okay, depends on the problem. So once you are assigning some dummy job or dummy machines, the processing time you can put 0. Okay, so if there are more workers, we may introduce some dummy jobs. If there are less workers, we may introduce some dummy workers. One important assumption we make is that each worker is assigned to one and only one job, and each job is done by one and only worker. Okay, so only one job can be assigned to one worker. So similarly, one worker will do only one job, so at a time, so not more than one. So n jobs, n machines. Okay, so if you are assigning arbitrarily, so there will be n factorial assignment, but out of n factorial assignment, so some will be optimal, some will not be optimal, but these many feasible solutions are there. These many feasible solutions are there. But here I like to mention, we are going to minimize the total processing time or total processing cost. In case of minimizing, if somebody is interested to maximize the total processing cost or processing time, then the approach will be different. So multiply minus sign and proceed. Multiply minus sign and proceed. There is no other. So multiply minus sign, the cost will be negative and proceed. Okay, that's all. Are you able to hear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I already mentioned, two types of assignment problem, minimization type as well as maximization type. So we are only solving minimization type. If it is required to solve maximization type problem, we can also solve. How to solve? Simply multiply minus sign. So minimization of z is same as maximization of minus z and proceed. There is no other methodology. That's all. The assignment model is actually a special case of transportation model in which the sources and the workers, the destination are the jobs, and the number of sources equal to number of destination. So also from the last assumption, we get that the availability as each sources, whatever is available, exactly equal to 1 unit, and the demand at the destination also equal to 1 unit. This exercise a destination variables, so equal to 1 if worker I is assigned to job J and equal to 0 otherwise. So exercise J equal to a binary type variable. Though we can apply transportation algorithm to solve the assignment model. So this is a simple algorithm called Hungarian algorithm. We will use this one, but we can also use transportation algorithm to solve the assignment problem, but this will be much difficult. So there are other problems, in the sense, so the solution, whatever we are finding, always non-degenerate. So we have to tackle the degenerate problem. So here we will use the Hungarian algorithm instead of the transportation algorithm. Transportation problem we solve in two different phases. Phase 1 method, phase 2 method. In phase 1 method, we find the trial solution. So in phase 2, we check whether the trial solution is optimal or not. If it is not optimal, we improve. So using the modified distribution method. Okay. So this assignment problem we can solve using Hungarian algorithm. So this name of the algorithm what we are using is called Hungarian algorithm because due to a Hungarian mathematician. Now see this assignment problem. So whatever is given, it is the assignment matrix. Okay, assignment matrix. So, and you will observe some of the elements in the assignment matrix are deliberately given 0. For example, first row there is a 0. In second row there is a 0. In third row there is a 0. In fourth row there is a 0. And similarly, you will find in first column there is a 0. In second column there is a 0. In third column there is a 0. In fourth column there is a 0. So if you find this type of situation, what is that? In every row there is a 0. In every column there is a 0. We assign in this manner. What is the assignment? So in the row wise, there are say workers. In column wise, there are say job. So we assign worker 1 to job 2. Okay. And similarly, we assign worker 2 to job 4. Then we assign worker 3 to job 1. Then we assign say worker 4 to job 3. Now, what is the, so we have assigned, once we have assigned, so W1 to J2. So this variable, with respect to this point, the variable, something like x12 equal to 1. Now in the second row, so we have x24 equal to 1, rest all are 0. In third row, x31 equal to 1, rest all are 0. In fourth row, that is x43 equal to 1, rest all are 0. Now, what is the minimum cost? Minimum cost is nothing but sum of all 0. Generally, I have mentioned these cost coefficients, whatever is given, they are positive. But here, instead of positive, some are 0. So some preliminary work has been done here. Okay, what is the work? So we have already reduced by subtracting a constant, and then we are assigning. Okay, so the solution is we have decided in this manner. See, the minimum cost equal to 0, and we have assigned W1 to J2, W2 to J4, W3 to J1, W4 to J3. Okay, there are 4 workers and 4 jobs. We have assigned say 1 worker to 1 job. Okay, in this manner. So this is the optimal assignment, and this is only one optimal solution. We note that in any assignment problem, if a constant, I have already told earlier, if a constant C is subtracted from the cost of any row or column, the optimum solution does not change, but the assignment cost decreases by C unit. This is because in each row we have to assign 1 to 1 and only 1 cell. The Hungarian algorithm exploits the fact and tries to get a 0 in each row or column by subtracting the minimum value in that row or column to get at least 1 0. Okay, so I'm coming to a new problem. So this is another problem. So we are applying the Hungarian algorithm. So here, before applying the Hungarian algorithm, we have to do some preliminary arrangement. So we'll subtract some constant from each row and each column, and we'll see that every row and every column has a zero, at least one zero. Okay. So this is the second problem. First problem, luckily we observe there are already some zeros in every row and every column. There are zero, so it was easier for us to assign. So now we are coming to second problem. You're able to hear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any problem? Any difficulty? This transportation and assignments are very similar, as I already mentioned. So you have to remember certain steps and proceed. That's all. Okay. These are the special type of integer programming problems. Special types of integer programming problem. Okay. This. Now see here in this is also, so whenever there is a assignment problem to you, it's given to you, only the cost matrix is given. Cost matrix. So what is cost matrix? So there are, as I told, you will see the size. There are 4 rows and 4 columns. So the row represents the workers, okay, and the column represents the job. So, or in the reverse also you can say, if you are taking row are the jobs and the columns are the workers, that also it is fine. So there is no difficulty. So here what we are observing. So in this matrix, the cost matrix, there are 16 elements. None of them are zero. But this is the ideal matrix, what we observe generally. So the cost coefficients are non-zero. So how to proceed? We check what is the minimum value in first row, minimum elements 8, 6, 5, 7. So among this 8, 6, 5, 7, so the minimum value is 5. So what you can do? We can subtract 5 from all the elements of the first row. If you subtract 5, this 8 becoming 3, 6 becoming 1, this 5 becoming 0, 7 becoming 2. So there is 1 0. There is 1 0 we have observed. Now come to the second row. Second row elements are 6, 5, 3, 4. The minimum value is 3. We subtract 3. So the first elements, 6 minus 3 is 3. So 5 minus 3 it is 2. 3 minus 3 it is 0. 4 minus 3 equal to 1. So there is a 0. Okay, there is 0. Now come to third row. The minimum value is 4. We subtract 4 from all the elements. The 7 becoming 3, 8 becoming 4, 4 becoming 0, 6 becoming 2. In the last row, 6, 7, 5, 6, the minimum is 5, we subtract. So as a result, we find the 6 becoming 1, 7 becoming 2, 5 becoming 0, and the last 6 becoming 1. Okay, this. So what is happening? So we find in first row there is a 0, in second row there is a 0, in third row there is a 0, and in fourth row there is a 0. Okay, so in this manner. So I have told earlier, for the assignment, every row must have a 0, every column must have a 0. The first row there is a 0, second row there is a 0, in third row there is a 0, in fourth row there is 0, in first column there is no 0. So since there is no 0 in the first column, we take the minimum value we take the minimum value of the first column elements. The minimum value is 1, we subtract. So if you subtract, the elements are becoming 2, 2, 2 and 0. Now in second column there is no 0. So we subtract the minimum value. So minimum value is 1. So as a result, there is a 0, then 1, then 3, then 1. So already third column there are 4 0. No problem. No subtraction is required. That is 0. Now fourth column there is no 0. We subtract 1 from all the elements. Then we got 0. So there will be more than 1 0 in fourth column. So similarly, so we'll see what is happening to this problem. Okay. After subtracting from the row and column, say we have got the assignment matrix, reduced assignment matrix, reduced cost matrix. Now what is there? You can see in first row there are 2 zeros. In second row there are 2 zeros. In third row there is 1 0. In fourth row there are 3 zeros. And similarly in the first column there is 1 0. Second column there is 1 0. Third column there are 4 0. And fourth column there are 2 zeros. Okay. So now how to assign? How to assign a worker to a job? How to assign a worker to job? After all the reduction, we got the reduced cost matrix. So whatever we have subtracted, already it is there. How much you have subtracted? Just now let us know how much you have subtracted. So the P1 equal to 5, P2 equal to 3, P3 equal to 4, P4 equal to 5. So together 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 5, 17. Row wise 17. Then the column wise 1, 1, 1, 3. So 17 plus 3, these 20 units we have reduced. The 20 units you have reduced. That we have to remember and we have to note down. Okay, this. Now this is the matrix we have got, the reduced cost matrix. Now we have to assign. So how to assign? What is the rule? See, whenever we are going to assign, we'll see that every row and every column there should be at least 1 0. At least 1 0. So if at least 1 0, this assignment rule permits. So the first row there are 2 0. You can assign to one of them. You can assign to one of them. If you are assigning, you put a square. So put a square around this 0. So that is the assignment. And so once you have assigned, say all the 0 in the same row you can cancel. And all the 0 in the same column you can cancel. Put cross. Now come to the second one. Similarly, so second one. So once you find there is a 0 in the second row, so which is not assigned, so you put a square around that 0 and cross out all the 0 in the same row and same column. So you repeat for all the row and repeat for all the columns in this manner. The step 3 like that. We now test whether an assignment can be made as follows or not. If such an assignment is possible, it is an optimal assignment, you can say here. examine the first row. If there is 1 0 in that row, say surrounded by a square in this manner, and cross out all the 0 in the cross out all other 0. So in the column passing through the surrounded 0. Okay. Next, examine the other rows and repeat this above procedure for each row having 1 0. If a row has more than 1 0, do nothing to that row and pass to next row. So if it is more than 1 0, so you can move to next one. So this, now see here. So the assignment matrix. So if you are selecting, let me say, if you are selecting the third row, okay. So selecting the third row. So why selecting third row? So the row which has only 1 0, that should be selected. Okay. So see here this. So see, even there are two, we'll see every row has exactly 2 0 or every column has exactly 2 0. Then also there is a rule that also we'll discuss. So here in this problem, the third row has only 1 0. So third row has only 1 0. So you assign that. You assign that. And once you have assigned to third this 0 means, so this assignment indicates, so job 3 is assigned to, sorry, machine 3 is assigned to job 3. Okay, this means the variable x33 equal to 1 and cross out all the zeros. Once you have assigned this, cross out all the 0. Now we'll check after that. So what about the first row? First row has only 1 0. Okay, so we can assign to that 0. We can assign and cross out all the 0 in the same column. There is no other 0. Okay, this. So step 3B says, now repeat the above procedure for columns. Okay, so after row, we'll go for the column. Say the second row we have done. So the first row we have done. So after that, so we are coming to the second row. Second row has only 1 0. We assign to this 0 because others are crossed. So this is complete. So third already we have assigned. Now the fourth row, there is 1 0. So we have assigned that. Okay. So if you like to, sorry. Here we like to discuss again. Now for everybody I'm saying, this is the reduced cost matrix. This is the reduced cost matrix. Okay. So we are following the steps of this algorithm in this manner. Now see which row has only 1 0. Okay. Say first row has 2 0. Second row has 2 0. Third row has 1 0. And fourth row has 3 zeros. So we first come to the third row. We assign to this 0. Once you have assigned, in the same column, other 3 0, this 0 and other 3 0 we cancel. Because in a row or a column, there will be one assignment only. In a row or a column, so there will be one assignment only. It cannot be more than. Okay. So this we have already done. Now, once this is done, say we come to the first row, because first row, after assigning, after crossing out, there is only 1 0. In first row, there is only 1 0. We assign to that and cross out other 0. There is no other 0 in that particular column. So third row complete. First row complete. Now come to the second row. Second row there is 1 0. Okay. Second row there is 1 0. So this is also we assign to this. So this is also complete. Now ultimately, so once you assign, you cross out all the zeros. So finally, in the fourth row there is single 0. So we assign to that and cross out all the 0. There is no other 0. So this is the assignment. So if you see the assignment, we have assigned to only 0 elements. So this one, whatever the assignment we have made, so accordingly, this first row, the decision variables are, so x 1 2 equal to 1, rest all are 0. In second row, x 2 4 equal to 1, rest all are 0. In third row, x 3 3 equal to 1, rest all are 0. In the fourth row, x 4 1 equal to 1, rest all are 0. Means we are assigning worker 1 to job 2, worker 2 to job 4, worker 3 to job 3, then worker 4 to job 1. So this is the optimal assignment. Now, once this is the optimal assignment, we have got the decision variables. They're all 1. Something like x 1 2 equal to 1, x 2 4 equal to 1, x 3 3 equal to 1, x 4 1 equal to 1, rest all are 0. Out of 16 variables, only 4 of them are 1, rest all are 0. And we are interested to know what is the minimum assignment cost. The minimum assignment cost already you have calculated. Whatever you have subtracted, that is equal to 20 units. That is equal to 20 units. Okay. So this is the summary. There is now the solution. Worker 1 we have assigned to job 2. Worker 2 we have assigned to job 4. Worker 3 to job 3. Worker 4 to job 1. And the optimal assignment cost and whatever you have subtracted, the total amount equal to 20. Okay. This is the answer to this problem. Okay. Are you able to hear? Hello? The slide number 12 we are discussing. Are you able to hear? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what we have discussed, that is one type of assignment problem. One type of. Okay. So this algorithm is not complete. So depends on the problem. We have to again modify. So why modification is required? Because sometimes we may not find such situation. So where you can assign. Okay. So we have to modify further to achieve our solution. See, if the final stage is reached, that is all are 0, are either surrounded or crossed, and if there is no surrounded 0 in the each row or column, it is not possible to get optimal solution. At this stage, we have to do some more work. Again, we illustrate with a numerical example. So this is actually a unbalanced assignment problem. Why unbalanced? So there are, say, What is this happening to this problem? There are 3 rows and 4 columns. It should be a square matrix. It is not a square matrix. So as you know, only one job to one man. So there are say 4 jobs and 3 person. So we cannot assign one job. That is the reason it is not a balance assignment problem. So what do we do here? What do we do here? Say same problem what is given here. So the coefficient matrix, the 7, 5, 8, 4. Then second row 5, 6, 7, 4. Third row 8, 7, 9, 8. One more row. So this one more row, what we are taking. So since it is a unbalanced problem, we are making balanced. We put a dummy worker. These dummy workers taking, let me say, 0 units time for all jobs. Say 0, 0, 0, 0. We have put something like this. Now, after that, so it is becoming a square matrix. So when we find it unbalanced, so we add a dummy worker with cost 0 and get the starting cost matrix in this manner. Now, the first row, the minimum value is 4. Second row, minimum value is also 4. Third row, minimum value is 7. And fourth row, nothing is there, so it is 0. So we subtract. So from first row elements 4, second row elements 4, third row element 7, and fourth row element 0. We subtract. After that, we got the reduced matrix. After that, we got the reduced matrix. Now you see here, say what is happening to this. First row there is a 0. Second row there is a 0. Third row there is a 0. Fourth row there are 4 zeros. Now we'll talk about the column. First column there is 0. Second column there are 2 zeros. And third column there is a 0. And fourth column there are 3 zeros. So now we don't need the next step. In the column we are not going to subtract anything. Now we apply steps to find the assignment. To find the assignment. Say how to find assignment here? See, in the first row there is only 1 0. We assign to that 0, put a square around this 0, and we assign and cross out all the 0 in the same column. Okay, so this 0 and this 0 you cross out. In the first column the job is done. But what do we find here? So once you have crossed out, so in the second column, in the second row, there is no 0. In there is no 0 because already you have. Now in the third row there is a 0. We assign. So we assign this and we put a assign the third row 0. Put a square around the 0 and cross out all the zeros. So in the same column. So what is happening to that? So after that, we find in the fourth row, there are 3 zeros. So there are 2 zeros. So this 2 0, whether we can assign or not. So if you are assigning, let me say the first, it is complete. So the first column it is complete. So second column already is complete. So third column, so certainly we have not completed. So and the first row it is complete. So the fourth column is complete. So this is the assignment. So we find we have assigned in the first row, in the second row, in third row. So there is no assignment in the second row. So this is not a optimal solution. So we are looking for optimal solution. Now all the zeros are either surrounded or crossed out, but there is no zero, surrounded zero in row 2. Hence the assignment is not possible. So we go to step 4. So if this is the case, we move to step 4. Say, what is the step 4 says? Step 4, we now draw minimum number of vertical and horizontal lines to cover all the zero. So we like to draw minimum number, that is number is minimum number of vertical and horizontal lines to cover all the zero. So there are several zero. So we like to cover all the zero. So the first row 0, second row 0, third row 0, and fourth row 0, and similarly first column, second column, third column, fourth column. So we like to cover all the 0. So see, as a result, if you are drawing minimum number of vertical and horizontal lines to cover all the 0, so these are the lines. So you can see here in the second column we have drawn a line. We have drawn a line. In the fourth column we have drawn a line, and in the fourth row we have drawn a line. So that is the minimum number. There may be some other possible also, but using 2 lines we cannot cover, so 3 required. So since it is minimum, so minimum is 3 here, so we cannot take 4. So so what is happening to this? So after drawing the minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines, we'll see how many elements are not covered. So the not covered elements are 3, 1, 1 in the first column. In the third column, 4, 3, 2. So what is among all these 6 elements? What is the minimum value? Minimum value is 1. So what we should do? Say we will subtract this 1 from this uncovered elements. There are 6 uncovered elements. Say we subtract 1 from all the first column elements, and we subtract 1 also all the third column elements. As a result, this is becoming 2, 0, 0. Then it is becoming 3, 2, 1. So we have subtracted 1, and rules say that whatever you have subtracted, that you have to add where? You know, there is a crossing, a horizontal line, as a vertical lines, there is a crossing. You can see here, there is a 0. So these vertical lines and this horizontal line, in the second column we have drawn a vertical lines, and the fourth row we have drawn a horizontal line. This is the crossing. So wherever is crossed, it was 0. So that in the crossing, whatever you have subtracted, that should be added here. So we are adding here, that is becoming 1. And similarly, so in the fourth column, so there is a vertical line, and the fourth row there is a horizontal line. This is the crossing. So they are also add. So it is becoming 1. So here it 1, here 1, and rest of the elements, this is 2, 0, 0, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So what is happening to this? Now this is the result. So the matrix, the reduced matrix, whatever after all the rules, this is becoming 2, 1, 3, 0, 2, 1, 3, 0, 0, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, this we have got. Now whether will be able to assign or not. We'll check now further. So what is happening? So in the first row, there is 1 0. So we assign to the 0 and cross out all the 0 in the first column, in the fourth column itself. So first row there is 0. That is 0 in the fourth column. So we cross out the remaining 0 in the fourth column. Now in the second row there is a 0. We assign that. So this is, and once you see, once you have already removed, that is 1 0. Now, so once you have assigned, then you cross out all the 0 in the same column. Now in the third row there is single 0. We assign to that. Now in the fourth row, in the third column there is 0. We assign to that. So this is our assignment. So you can see here. So the new assignment is like this. This is the assignment, assign, and this is the next assignment. This is the next assignment, and this is the next assignment. Okay. So what is the optimal solution here? The optimal W1 to J4, worker 1 to job 4, worker 2 to job 1, then worker 3 to job 2, then worker 4 to job 3, worker 4 to job 3. Okay, this. So this, actually the fourth worker is not there. We have taken a dummy worker. So this will not required. So only in the solution. So what is happening to this? The solution cost. So hence job 3 is not done by real worker. So the optimal cost is here. What is that? So 16, there is P1, P2, P3, P4 plus U. What is U here? This U. So you can see here. So that U, because you know, so among all the covered and uncovered, covered, uncovered. So among all the uncovered elements, the minimum was 1. That is subtracted from all the uncovered element, and that one is added. So that U we are taking account in this. So as a result, we are finding this total is becoming 16. So optimal solution, that is becoming 16 units. Okay, this. You are able to hear? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now what I will do, so this problem, I will ask everybody. So I will ask everybody. So already, of course, I will send the assignments, all the sheets to you. So I will ask everybody. So you try this problem. So this is a 5 by 5 assignment model. So I will request everybody. So you draw this assignment matrix and parallelly solve it, parallelly calculate and observe what is happening to this. Okay. So, or you can notice, so whether this assignment, what we are doing, so using the steps, what we have followed already, or is different. So it is very simple in the sense. So this is a 5 by 5 assignment matrix. It is a square matrix. There are 5 workers and 5 jobs. We have to assign 1 worker to 1 job so as to minimize the assignment cost. So first thing, in the first row, there are 5 elements. Minimum is 2. So we subtract the minimum value in the first row. Now in second row, the minimum value is also 2. We subtract the 2 from the second row. Then in third row, the minimum value is 2. We subtract 2 from the third row. And fourth row, the minimum value is also 2. We subtract. Here, luckily, there are all 2, 2. The first, second, third, fourth row. And fifth row, the minimum value is 6. We subtract 6. So after subtracting, so we'll see whether every row and every column there is a 0 or not. Okay. So every row and every column there is 0. But already I have told in the subtraction process, what we are doing, the optimal solution is not changing. Only minimum value we are reducing. And when we are noting down the minimum value, the sum of all these 5 elements like P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, we must note down how much we have reduced, and that is there. So you have to consider as a minimum value. And if something you have subtracted in the column also, that also should note down. Okay, this. So after that, see, after subtracting, we find the first row elements, there is a 0. In second row, there is a 0. In third row, there is a 0. In fourth row, there is a 0. In fifth row, there is a 0. Now, we would like to know whether first column there is 0 or not. So there is no 0 in first column. There is no 0 in the second column. So there are all 0 in the third column. In the fourth column, fifth column, there is no single 0. Say, what do? We subtract further from the first column 1, from the second column 2, third column 1, and fifth column 1. We subtract. After that, we find a reduced matrix. So we find a reduced matrix. The reduced matrix like this. Okay. So the reduced matrix you can see here. So first row there are 3 zeros. Second row there is a 0. Third row there is 0, 2 zeros. And fourth row there are 3 zeros. In the fifth row there is 0. So how to proceed? We proceed in this manner. We check a row or a column which has only a single 0. And if you find every row and every column has 2 0 also, that is, you can take arbitrarily, there will be multiple solution. So first row there are 3 0, we cannot consider this. Second row there are only 1 0. So we assign to this 0, and all the 0 in the same column we cross out. So in second row, work is done. Now we are coming to third row. Third row, there is 1 0. We assign to that and cross out all the 0. Okay, this third row job is done. Then we are coming to, so the fourth row there is a 0. So we assign to that. Say after that we come to, see, so after that we observe there is in the first row we have not assigned anything. So now we'll talk about the first column. So first column there is 1 0. So we assign to that. So as a result, we'll find this is our assignment. These are the assignment here. So this first row there is a 0. Second row there is a 0. Third row there is a 0. Fourth row there is 0. But luckily, so you can see here just. Okay, so every row there is a assignment, but in the last row there is no assignment. So this cannot be an optimal assignment. First row we have assigned, second row we have assigned, third row we have assigned, fourth row we have assigned, and fifth row there is no assigned. So first column there is assignment, second column there is assignment. So third column there is assignment, fourth column, and fifth column certainly. fifth column and fifth row, there is no assignment. So this cannot be a optimal solution. So next step, what we do want to do? We like to draw minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines to cover all the zeros. Minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines to cover all the zeros. Okay. So now whether we can consider 2 lines or 3 lines or 4 lines or more, we have to check. So, and the rules say that we have to draw minimum number of horizontal and vertical lines. Okay. So the rules say that here we have considered there are altogether 4 lines, 3 verticals and 1 horizontal to cover all the zero. To cover all the zero. None of the zero is left out. To cover all the zero, we have drawn 3 vertical lines and 1 horizontal line. In first row, there is a horizontal line. In second column, third column, fourth column, there are 3 vertical lines. So altogether 4 lines we have considered. This is the minimum. So is it possible? Is it possible to draw to cover all the zero using less than 4 lines, maybe 3, maybe 2? Is it possible? Hello? Is it possible? Please check. Possible. See here in this method say that there may be some alternate optimal solution. Okay. So we have to be very cautious. So whatever you are doing, it's not unique. So there may be multiple way we can also achieve that. So once we have done, we'll see what are the elements left out. Among the left out elements are 5, 3, 5, 2 in the first column. In the last column, 4, 2, 2, 3. So minimum is 2. That 2 is subtracted from all this uncovered element. And whatever you are subtracting, that must be added at the crossing. So where is the crossing? So see at the crossing, so crossing point. So see, this is a crossing, this is a zero crossing, this is a non-zero. There are say 2 non-zero crossing and 1 zero crossing. Okay. So wherever it is crossing, the vertical and horizontal lines, so that amount to be added there. Okay. So as a result, we have here see this is 1, 1, 0, 7, 1, 0, 7. It's 1 or 4? It's 4, not 1. 4, 4, 0, 7. 4, 0, 7. So this 4 is becoming 6 and 0 is becoming 2 and 7 is becoming 9. So these are the intersection of the horizontal and vertical lines. Wherever there is intersection, that amount, whatever you have subtracted, the uncovered elements, so you have to add there. That's all. Okay. So this is the new elements 6 to 9. Okay. And rest remain as it is. And we have subtracted the 2 from all the uncovered elements. So that 2 has been added at the juncture of the at the intersection of the horizontal and vertical lines. So we got a new assignment matrix. Now we have to assign further. So with respect to this, so we are going to assign. So as you observe, in the first row, there are 2 0. We cannot assign. In the second row, there is 1 0. You assign and cross out all the 0 in the same column. Done. Now, in the second row is done. Third row, there are 2 0. We cannot. So in the fourth row, there are more zero, we cannot. So in the fifth row, so already 1 0 we have already assigned. So this is gone. So there is 1 0 we assign to this, and we cross out this one. Okay. So we have assigned in the second row, we have assigned in the fifth row. Okay, this. Now we are coming to the first column is done, and the second column there are two we cannot. In the third row we have already done. So now fourth one, you can see there is only one we can assign, this one. Okay, so once you're assigning this, we cross out this one. Okay, now so what is happening to this one? So finally, so finally we have here, so in the first row there is an assignment, in the second row there is an assignment, in third row there is an assignment. Okay, in the fourth row there is an assignment, in fifth row there is an assignment. Now we check column wise. In the first column there is an assignment, in the second column there is an assignment, in the third column there is an assignment, and in the fourth column there is an assignment, and fifth column there is. So if you calculate in this manner, so we have here the optimal solution. W1, that is worker 1 to job 5, worker 2 to job 3, worker 3 to job 2, worker 4 to job 4, worker 5 to job 1, and the optimal cost is 21. Why 21? So how much you have subtracted here? Let us see. So this one 21. So if you subtract this 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is 14. Then we have 1, 15 plus 2, 17 plus 2, 19. This 19 plus whatever we are adding, that is the uncovered one, that is 2. So 19 plus 2, that is 21. So the answer is here. So that is 21. The optimal cost equal to 21. Now another problem here, we have a similar problem. So this problem says there are say 5 rows and 5 columns, and we are going to apply the assignment rules to assign, okay, the workers to the job. Anybody has any problem in the solution procedure? Hello? Anybody has any problem? Hello?
No,
Are you
sir.
there? See, this is the last problem here. So then I will go to, so this one. So what is done? Say we subtract the minimum element in every row. So and see what is happening after the subtraction. So after subtracting, we find this is the matrix. So first row there is 0, second row there is 0, third row there is 0, fourth row there is 0, and fifth row. So but first column there is no 0, so we subtract 1. So then the fourth column there is no 0, we subtract 1, and as a result we find this is the assignment matrix, reduced assignment matrix. So we apply the algorithm. This algorithm says that, so this is the first row, there are 3 elements we cannot assign. In second row there is 1, So when there is only one, you have to assign that. So once you assign, you cross out all the 0. So this is we are assigning. Now second row, there is 1 0 we have assigned. So third, we are not assigning, so there is 2 zeros, and fourth row there is 1 0 we have assigned. So now what is happening to this? So first row, first column there is no assignment, second column there is one assignment, third column there is assignment, and fourth column there is no assignment, fifth column there is assignment. Okay, so in row 1 we are orbitally surrounded at 0 and cross out the remaining 0. Okay, so what is happening? So there are in the first row there are 2 0. So in first row there are 2 0. So if there are 2 0 in first row there is 2 0, then in the second row, in the fourth row there are also 2 0. So when there are 2 such zeros, what is the rule say that you can, there are in this row there are 2 and in this row there is 2 also. You can select say one of them, and so you assign to this and cross out the other. Okay, so once you are assigning to this, so assigning to this, we cross out this one. In the same row we cannot have, and in the same column we cannot have. So as a result there is 1. So this either you can take this and this or this and this. Okay, so as a result what is happening to this one? So we have assigned this and we have assigned to this, and every row and every column there is an assignment. So see in this problem, say every row, first column, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, first column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column. So every row and every column has a 0. So we have assignment. Now what is the cost here? Optimal cost. The optimal cost is given as 11 units. Now this problem, so this problem what we have taken here, so either this and this we can take, this and this, or this and this. Okay, so if you consider in this manner, there will be 2 optimal solution. So this problem has multiple optimal solution, because when we find orbitally there are 2 zeros, say one of them there are 2 0 in the first row and in the fourth row. So you select one of them and drop one of them. So in this manner we have only 2 possibilities. So if this is 2 possibilities, we are saying here this problem has 2 optimal solution. So the optimal cost equal to 11. Okay, because there are 0, so the optimal cost equal to 11 units. I'm coming to some easier problems. Easier in the sense the size of the assignment matrix is reduced. Let us say it is 3 by 3. So if it is 3 by 3, then how do we proceed? Same manner, we subtract. So you are able to hear now? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See this assignment problem. So there are 3 rows and 3 columns, the square matrix. So now you subtract. So from the first row 2, second row 3, and third row 1. So these are the constants we are subtracting. After that, so sum together it is 6 units. So after subtracting, we find the assignment and reduce assignment matrix. So once this is given, so we have observed there is a zero, single zero in first row, single zero in second row, single zero in third row. Then similarly, a single zero in first column, second column, third column. So it is an ideal case. So since it is, we have got this problem, say what do we do? So we are assigning, say machine 1 to job 1, machine 2 to job 3, machine 3 to job 2. Okay, this is the optimal assignment, and the cost equal to minimum cost equal to 6 units. So, and the solution. So we have to write the solution in this manner: x11 equal to 1, x23 equal to 1, x32 equal to 1. These are the non-zero variables, and rest all are 0. So the z equal to 6 units. So minimum z equal to 6 unit. It has only one optimal solution. So now we'll have some problem which has more optimal solution. Okay, this. Now see. So this is a assignment matrix. The number of row and number of columns. So there are 4 by 4. So the elements we have to subtract. The first row the 2 units, second row 2 units, third row 3 units, and fourth row 3 units. After subtracting, so this is the reduced matrix. Okay, this. So what I want to mention here. So we have a reduced matrix. So what is given here? So in the first row there are 2 0. In second row there are 2 0. In third row there are 2 0. In fourth row there are 2 0. Similarly, in the first column there are 2 0. In second column there are 2 0. In third column there are 2 0. And in the fourth column there are 2 0. So this is a peculiar case. So every row and every column has 2 zeros. So what you can do, arbitrarily you can assign one, then you drop other. Okay. So if you do in this manner, so there will be a chance of getting alternate optimal solution. Every row and every column, every row and every column has exactly 2 zeros. So we are assigning in this manner in the first row, second row, third row. So see, there are multiple solutions. Just I am presenting all the solution. Say one solution is x11 equal to 1, x22 equal to 1, x33 equal to 1, x44 equal to 1. So something like we got machine 1 to job 1, machine 2 to job 2, machine 3 to job 3, and machine 4 to job 4. And similarly, if you are assigning in this manner, so we have here machine 1 to job 3, machine 2 to job 4, machine 3 to job 1, machine 4 to job 2, and we have the alternate optimal solution here. Okay, so this problem has alternate optimal solution. So now let us discuss about the example 3. This example 3, what we have just talked about, the every row has 2 columns, 2 zeros, and every row has 2 zeros and every column has 2 zeros. If you find these type of cases, so there may be a chance of multiple solution. So you arbitrarily decide one and cross out other. So you will have multiple solution. So this you can also mention there. But the minimum cost, when you say alternate optimal solution, the decision variables value are different, but the objective function value is same. Decision variables are different, but the objective function value is same. So this is another problem, example 3. So in this example 3, we have there are 4 jobs and 4 machine. So see, there are all positive elements. So we subtract the minimum value from first row, second row, third row, and fourth row, and find the reduced matrix. Okay. This reduced matrix. So this reduced matrix, what we have taken. So every row and every column has, in this case, there are 3 zeros. So every row, first row has 3 zeros, second row has 3 zero, third row has 3 zero, and fourth row has 3 zeros. And similarly, first column has 3 zeros, second column has 3 zero, and third column has also 3 zero, and fourth column has 3 zero. So if this is the case, so we find here the optimal assignment. Okay, so this example 3 has 3 optimal solutions. So find the other 2 optimal solutions. So the only one optimal solution is given here. You can find the other 2 as optimal solution. Okay, this. So see, when we mentioned every row and every column has 2 zeros. So the conclusion is like that. So we are finding, say, 2 optimal solutions. If it is 3 0, there may be, so 3 or more we have to decide. But we observe in this case, since the number size is 4 by 4, we are finding 3 optimal solution. Okay. So there is some assignment sheet for the transportation problem and assignment problem. Should I send to everybody the assignment sheet? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, yes.
So I will stop here. I will not cover. So what about the assignments are there on the transportation and assignment? So already they are in the PDF form. So I have to send to everybody so that you can just try. So after completion of this, so we will not discuss next week maybe. So I will maybe say 1 or 2 weeks we will complete the game theory part. And after completing game theory, I will take the test. Then maybe the time permits, then the viva. Okay. So the assignment, see, the next test is based on your assignment, the transportation problem, assignment problem, and the game theory. In game theory, primarily what we do. So primarily, we will talk about the stable game and unstable game. So if it is stable games, so we will use the usual method to solve. If it is unstable game, so we will use the linear programming approach. Linear programming approach means maybe simplex method or the dual simplex method is applicable to solve the problem. Okay. So again, we are coming to the linear programming and the duality theory. So that is there in the game theory. So we'll discuss maybe next week about the game theory. So these assignment sheets, whatever we have already covered, that I'll send to everybody, and the assignment problems also. Okay. So you prepared on that. So next week we'll discuss about the game theory. Okay. Thank you. So I'll stop here. Okay. Is it all right?
Yes.
Okay. So how many candidates now available? Just let me know.
64.
Only. See, when the class test is which I am conducting, so you are able to know your mark yourself. Finally, you are getting
No,
the
sir.
mark. Eh?
Oh, sir.
Yes or no? Why?
No.
Why you are supposed to know the mark? No, it is not coming. No. See, when you submitted, immediately after the time is over, whether it is wrong or right, how much mark you have scored, that should come to you, isn't it? Or you don't know?
We don't know. Enable it, then it will come.
Yes. Why it is? Because I have not asked him. So why they have not given the mark instantly? He has sent mark to me, but I'm sure he's sending to you also. As soon as your
No, sir.
Huh? Not there.
No, we are not getting any marks like after exam.
No, because the rule is like that. So the once you submit it, you should know the mark. Okay, all right. So mark is there. I will add and I will just tell you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.